Hey, what's happening there, YouTube? Got Brian with Renegade Trucking coming to you. This is week 2 recap for Suncoast Trucking Academy. This was week 1 on the range. This will be pretty short because, you could have seen all my other videos. So basically, day 1 we started off learning all the rest of the pre-trip inspection, and we got a chance to go out to the cow pasture and go ahead and start shifting and everything. Next day we started, I think that was when, we continued with the pre-trip inspection. I believe we got into straight line backing that day and then continued in the afternoon with the straight line, or with the shifting, and that day we started making right-hand turns at the cow pasture. Day 3 was when we got to, we started off, we did, straight line backing and the pre-trip inspection in the morning, and that was when we got handed off to our permanent instructor for the rest of the experience. And that was when we went out and learned the correct way to shift, making our left-hand turns, and then doing the same, basically same exact thing Thursday, except with our new instructor. And we moved to right-hand turns and started doing some downshifting and everything. And then Friday, we had some students missing and everything, and that was when I got to start practicing the offset backing, and that was also the first day that another student and I were able to go out and drive. Well, on Tuesday I had actually driven back from the cow pasture to the range, but it was just a pretty short trip. It was like maybe a 10-minute trip or whatever. This time we actually spent about 2.5 hours or so out driving around in traffic. So basically, what are my thoughts about week 2? Well, it was really cool to get out on the range, get around the trucks, and actually be driving them. This was way cooler, obviously, than being in the classroom. There's a lot of students had issues with their left leg, with how heavy the clutch was. I did feel the first 2 days, I felt sore in the evening a little bit when I came home on my leg, and I thought it was going to hurt, but I never had any issues when I woke up. The other students did, but I didn't have any issues. And so I don't know if that has affected their shifting or not. If their leg's hurting, I could see how that could cause issues, and maybe why it's taken them a little bit longer to learn. I really don't know, but I would tell you, this would be my advice for you for week 2. You already beforehand, you want to be, you're going to want to be, just start doing like bodyweight squats now. You don't need, it's kind of heavy, but it's not like it hurts because it's so heavy. What it is how often you're pushing it, and especially when you get out there and you're driving, you get to a traffic light that you got to wait 2 or 3 minutes, that you're holding it down, not all the way, but partially to the sweet spot. Your leg's going to get tired, so really you need the endurance. So just doing bodyweight squats is really all that you need to do. Just have some sort of leg fitness or endurance, and you'll be way ahead of the game. Other thing that I would suggest is, if you saw my day 5 video, then you know. Well, let's get this looking good here. Have something, unless you don't burn or whatever, but you can tell by my paleness, you're going to want to have, you're out there under the Florida sun every day, so you're going to want to have some sort of sun protection. I don't like to wear sunscreen, so I'd rather just cover it up. So I was wearing long sleeve, like running shirts, that kind of stuff, throughout the week. You have to wear closed-toed shoes. you know, wear whatever you want, boots, sneakers, doesn't really matter. We're here in December and it's still 80 something degrees out there on the range. There we go now. 5 minutes and it's doing this junk. Whatever. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to do all my videos are under 5 minutes, but I bet a lot of people would probably enjoy that. I don't know how they get so long. I just ramble on, but anyways, yeah, so it's still pretty hot, so just make sure you're dressed appropriately for that. And what else? Really the only complaint, and this is just simply the time of year that I'm going to the school, it's just something to be dealt with. I just wish that we would have had our permanent, nothing at all. I mean, the part-time instructor was great. It's just, since everything kind of went back to like square one, it just would have been nice to have been with that, with our permanent instructor from day one, but you know, I understand with the way that everything was set up, that wasn't the case. Really, you know, my only other complaint would be like, just kind of about the, not complaining about the classmates, but like, I think it's a little bit that I'm ahead of where people normally are by the end of this in what they're doing, and that they're also, for most of them, are behind where most people would be. And I feel like they do a really good job of teaching to that. Like I said, you know, on Friday, they already skipped me ahead to the offset backing instead of holding me back, since I already had the straight line down, which, I mean, it's just going straight. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, stuff that you're watching for, but it's not rocket science to go back straight, you know. And anyway, so I think they do a really good job of still trying to help out with that and everything. And now, after I went out there and was driving out on the roads, he told me that I have now upgraded. I'm still going to the cow pasture with everyone else, but I'm sitting in the back of the truck. I'm not going to be driving at the cow pasture. And I really want everyone else to move forward, not just because A, then, you know, we're all moving on to the new thing, but B, when everyone can shift properly, we get to go to one of the newer, nicer trucks, and we're not driving this piece of crap around. So that would be cool to do, but yeah, I'm not, like, these are very minor complaints, and it's obviously very specific to these exact situations. Outside of that instructor change and the rest of the class being, you know, and even, you know, it's not like they're all like, you know, back here and I'm up here. You know, we have some that are, you know, where they probably should be. And, you know, we had one of the ones down here is no longer there. They moved on to the automatic class. So not only will we have a smaller class size, so we'll get more time, but, you know, one of our weak links is gone, so that should help. But yeah, it was super fun, man, and this was like really cool being able to take the truck out. Even just going to the cow pasture is just, you know, like your first time. You know, for a lot of us, it's going to be your first time driving the truck, and for some people, it may even be their first time in a truck. And so yeah, it was really cool. I had a lot of fun, learned a ton. The instruction is outstanding there, and like I said, I feel like they're doing an even better job than I could even come up with as far as not impeding my learning or anything like that. So definitely really cool. Week 2 was awesome. I'm really looking forward to week 3, and then can't wait to test either. So anyways, coming up on about 10 minutes here. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.